Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of My Story. Today's My Story is on pitbulls. Um, it's a dog breed that a lot of people don't really like or don't really get behind because of their bad rep. And it's even been so to where a lot of people end up causing a lot of bigger issues for people that do own a pitbull like myself. Um, I've had pit bulls on and off throughout my life. They're lovable, adorable dogs, and I just wanted to set the record straight here. Pit bulls are not born to be dangerous. Honestly, it's how they are treated in their lives that makes them the way that they are. For example, um, if you treat a dog, any dog, whether it's a pit bull, a Rottweiler, a Shih Tzu, or a Chihuahua, if you mess with it or like intimidate it or act like you're gonna hit it or whatever, common sense is gonna tell you that dog's gonna fight back. I mean, it's gonna bite because of the fact that that's their only way of mechanism to fight back. And I mean, it's just saying that I'm not saying that that's okay to do. I mean, animal cruelty is a huge, huge situation in the world, and I don't believe that you should ever beat an animal, let alone you should ever even lay your hands on an animal. Now, like, if you are a pet owner and your dog does wrong, tapping them on the butt is fine, in my opinion, but not like going overboard to where you're literally beating them to death or whatever like that. That's overboard. I think that people see pit bulls as a threat in the world because of they're known as this dangerous dog. Every pit bull that I've owned throughout my life, which was three, I had three pit bulls, I believe, out throughout my life, or maybe two. It was two. I owned a pit bull named Ben at one time, an absolutely lovable pit bull. And then I also owned one I have now, which doesn't even have a bad bone in his body. And he's pretty much my best friend. And that's Dom. And so, I do have a story about that, like, firsthand, but I'll get into that in a minute. But people act like just because they're a bigger breed or they're known for being this vicious type of animal means like all of them are. And it's not the case. All of them are truly based behind how they are treated in their lives. And I mean, common sense will tell you, even human beings, if you are beaten and beaten and beaten every single day of your life, aren't you going to be a little upset with that person that's beating you, or not be sure about who you want to trust or who you don't want to trust in your life, and whether or not you should even go about being in some type of relationship with that person if they're going to continue beating you? That's the same with animals. I mean, dogs don't really have any mechanism to fight back besides biting or even clawing you because of the fact that that's their mechanisms to fight back. So my personal story with this is that pit bulls truly do get the bad end of the stick because everyone sees them as a threat, when ultimately it's truly how they are being treated. For example, my one story, I was living with my parents. I was 17, and my mom and stepdad were at work the one day, and I was in cyber schooling, so I had to take my dog out, Dom, and we were in town Harrisburg, and well, I went outside, and it was quite late. I mean, it was around like 6 o'clock at night. So this guy walked up to me, and he just doesn't say anything, and he's just looking at me like with this nasty look. I'm like, okay, what's wrong with you? I didn't say anything, but I'm like, okay, what's wrong with you? And then he spits at, like, towards me and towards Dom, and I'm like, well, what's your problem? I said, what's your problem? And he said, well, those type of dogs you shouldn't be able to have. They deserve to be killed. And I came out and said, no, just because I have this dog doesn't mean that he deserves to be killed. And he said, well, I seen this dog dragging a whole bunch of people down, up and down these streets. I've seen these dogs attacking people and all that. And I said about, no, this dog barely even does anything. Now, there was times where my dog did have some times where he was mean. And that was just because of situations where he was going through. It was hot days, and it was dog days. And I'm not making excuses for him because every day, I mean, humans even have bad days. Dogs can have bad days too. And there's times where it's okay, but then you end up just having to tap him on the butt. Look, that's not okay. I mean, everybody has that thing till they get used to it. And then I've also had times where I was told that because I am a dog owner of a pit bull, that I'm stupid and I'm going to die because I have a pit bull. I was told that over YouTube, over Facebook, over multiple things throughout my life. I was told because I own a pit bull, I was stupid. It was going to turn my back on me. And every pit bull I've had never turned his back on me. Never once. They are very loyal, trustworthy dogs that really gets the bad end of the stick because of people just truly see them as a threat for some reason, which I don't understand because they are absolutely adorable, lovable dogs that are good with just about anything. And a lot of people say that they're not good with babies and stuff like that. Well, that's not the case because my nephew, who is 5 years old now, he was been around Dom since he was little. I mean, since he was a baby. And Dom doesn't really do anything to him. I mean, he runs away from him because of the fact that he's chasing him around all the time, but that's little kids for you. And then I've also heard that these dogs are just better used pretty much for fighting, which is not the case. And if you are dog fighting with them, that's absolutely ridiculous. And I honestly gotta say that you are the reason why animals truly get the bad rap around them, and that is truly the reason why. Because of people like that want to sit there and treat these animals as fighters and not for truly who they are supposed to be, which are pets and lovable creatures. Anyways, with that said, that's going to end out this Pitbull episode of my story. I hope you guys love all your animals, no matter what they are. Never lay your hands on your animals. Animals truly love you, and you are a member of each and every one of their packs. That's how animals see you. Because dogs, and specifically, see you all kind of like a wolf pack of their own. Dogs were meant to grow up together. And so, since that you own a dog, in the eyes of a dog, you are their pack. So that's why, sometimes when you have a burglar or whatever, a dog will try to protect you over people that he thinks might be hurting you or might hurt you. And that's the case because when you are a member of the pack, you help one another. And that's how dogs see their owners. Anyways, with that said, thank you guys for watching this My Story. It was a very touching episode for me. And it was very, hopefully this helps people get a better realization of what truly is behind these amazing dog breeds that are pit bulls. And next, my story will be on good relationships, whether it's in a sexual or relationship way, or whether it's just with family or friends, and what I think would be perfect for a good relationship. Have a great day. Peace. Thank you guys for watching.